next stop is On the Radar Radio.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please. Yeah.
Yes, sir, baby. On the Radar Radio. Yo, special guest in the building. My guy, my brother, Iman Nunez, back in the building. Hello, brother.
How you feeling, man? How you doing?
I told you, like, before this interview, like, normally, like, I don't really do a lot of interviews anymore. Not because I don't want to. It's just, like, you see, I mean, you've been here with me on, like, a regular day, bro. Like, you see the ins and outs and, like, the revolving door of artists, which going back to, like, thinking about how I used to interview every artist, I don't know how I used to do that mentally. Damn, I'm trying not to curse in my interviews anymore because it's a pain in the butt to clean afterwards. But anyway, I don't know how we used to do that. And then now it's like, you're like, oh, let's do an interview. I'm like, damn, I don't really do interviews, but I'll do. Obviously, you're my friend, so of course I'm gonna do it.
For sure, and I appreciate it.
But it's just so funny because it's like I don't get to do these very often. I do like maybe 1 or 2 a month now, if that. And it's just, I don't know, it's just weird. But I came, but the moral of that was because I came into this interview with no notes, and I told you that. I was like,
yeah, but those are the best ones in my opinion.
I was like, I know Iman, this is my friend. I don't really like I was like laying on the couch this morning, like I'm still clearly getting over something. And I was like, do I want to make notes for this? And like the first answer was like, I don't really feel like making notes for this. And then I was like, why do I feel like not making notes for this? I was like, oh, 'cause I already know Iman. I don't need, like, there's nothing like I need to, that I don't already know in my head that I need to see in front of me, aside from like your discography, which I do have in front of me. That's like, that's all I need, just so I can make sure that I'm referencing the right things at the right times.
You know why this is good? Because we personally know each other, right? But this is for everybody else. Because they don't get to see it. They don't know the stuff we talk about behind the scenes or anything like that. So this works for them.
Yes, this is for them. This is for them. Phases Volume 2 out now.
Phases Volume 2 out now, hosted by On the Radar. Let's talk about that.
Hosted by me.
Feel me? How did you feel about that?
We gave the shout out in the Elliot interview, right?
Yeah.
I did that, right?
No. All right, well, that's a perfect way to start off, actually, with that. Great interview, by the way.
Thank you. I'm going to be honest, like, Elliot sent me the clips, but I was so down bad when he sent them to me. Yeah. Like, you could ask Calvin. I didn't even watch the clips. I was I haven't even watched the interview.
It's good.
And it's not, I just don't like watching my interviews. Yeah. That's one thing about me. I don't like watching my interviews. But I was so down bad, I just posted them, and then all you guys started posting the clips. And I said, oh, I must have said some great things about the guys. And mind you, I'm like high off drugs and like trying to not, like actual medicine. All right, I'm not real Dayquil, NyQuil. Yeah, we're not doing none of the other stuff. But I was just so like loopy from like having this like seasonal cold that I was like, oh yeah, like I guess the guys are happy, so I guess everybody posting it, everybody sharing it. Oh, Nico posted it, you posted it on your story, Elliot's resharing. I'm like, oh, okay, the interview's doing well then.
So what happened was, I seen that y'all did an interview, and it'll pop up if anything like that. But Tom, Life of Tom, for the people that don't know, he posted a clip from it.
Yeah,
and then I was like, oh, I guess he caught on to it early, and then I'm listening to it, I'm like, oh yeah, the torch carriers, whatever, this. I'm like, oh, okay, fire. So then I was to go listen to the interview, and then I took the clip, I sent it out to the guys, and I posted it on my page and stuff. Usually I don't post stuff like that on my page, but I was like, I'm trying to do this thing where it's like, stop being a and just like post and don't even think about it.
Bro, I'm kind of in that space right now too. Yeah. It's hard.
Yeah. So it's like, I just posted it. And it was cool because Elliot Wilson ended up following me, showing love, posting the clip again and all that stuff.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was dope. But thank you for that, by the way, for saying all that. Yep. That was really dope. Yeah. Because we believe that stuff, of course, but it's more of like when you hear other people saying it, that's not you. Yeah. It's like, all right, that's dope.
I think like the main reason why I said what I said, and again, I don't remember the context of the conversation. Yeah. I think me and Ellie were probably talking about like just like, because we were talking about like different types of like music in New York, and I think we were talking about like boom bap type rap.
Or it like started with the whole sexy drill conversation.
Right, we started talking about Cash Chow.
Different types of artistry in New York.
Yes,
and I think that's how that came about.
I think that's literally sounds like why I would say it. And I think and I said that because I remember like a year ago when I was doing my Amazon music show, and I had there was an episode, I think it was the first episode or the second episode, and there was that whole thing about how B. Dot came out and was like, oh, New York lost its swag, like da something like that. I forgot the exact tweet. Don't paraphrase me because I'm not trying to get nobody in trouble. Yeah. But I remember like I went on the Amazon show that night and I was so pissed. I was so mad because I was like, try not to curse on these interviews.
Go for it, bro.
I'm like what are you talking about, right? You know what I'm saying? I was like, what are you talking about? Because you know, at the time, like, obviously you guys have been doing your thing. I've been with the Slizzies. Yeah. Like, you know, like, I had already seen all of this, foreshadowed all this, been like, yo, y'all got to give it time. Like, and also, like, the drill rap, a lot of, like, I think, I don't know if Ben had came out, but Ben was about to come out around that time, too, or if not, it was going to come out a couple months later. Yeah. And I'm like, yo, like, you can't just say New York lost it, bro. It's here. It's just, it's building. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's why I was like, and I think, like, you know, when I was speaking about you guys and talking about that in that interview, I was very much thinking about that moment too. That's why I was like, I was trying to make sure I said everybody's name because I was like, yeah, like if you look at Phases Volume 2, isn't this like essentially like what that older generation is asking for?
Exactly.
So if this is what you're asking for, I don't want to hear, oh, well, Cash Cobain isn't saying anything in his music, or oh, they're so horny, why are they doing this? Or oh, Cash raps over the same. First of all, that's not true. Yeah. And second of all, if you don't like that type of music, which you can like what you like, and you want more of the rapidy rap stuff, like it's literally right in front of your faces. You just choose not to see it.
I think the problem is that people are comfortable in what they listen to, and they want to keep referencing whatever they listen to. Maybe that artist is not doing what they want anymore, and they don't want to go out their way to go listen to something new. And that's usually the case. But that's why, like me and the guys, for example, we just been dropping a lot. Yeah. Like literally just this week alone, Kai Cash and I dropped a song. Yep. Freaking Life of Time and Nico
Kai
Brim.
Cash and AG.
Feel me? Life of Time and Nico Brim dropped a song this week. The same week. Dizzy Banko dropping a song. Like everybody's just like dropping, and it's like it's dope to see because it's just like you guys have no choice but to see this. It's going to come up one way or another. Yeah. Fergie dropped his project last week. It's like, bro. It hasn't stopped. It's just continuous. So it's like sooner or later y'all gonna have to just you're not gonna be able to escape.
Yeah, and that's how I feel about it. I'm like, especially in that comment with Elliot. And shout out to Elliot for, you know, tapping in and like, you know, paying attention to like what's going on and actually like listening to what I have to say about what's going on. But yeah, that's like my sentiment about everything. I'm like, look, bro, like if you're allowed to like what you like. And if you like sexy drill, that's great. I support it. If you like the boom bap stuff and the rap stuff and the rapidy rap stuff that my guys are doing, I support it too. But don't be out here saying that, you know, talking down on either of those things because you're still stuck in the 90s listening to, you know, whatever you listen to. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong if you're still bumping your Biggie and your Pac tapes and, you know, your Locks tapes. Shout out the Locks, of course. You know, Yonkers in the building. Like, ain't nothing wrong with that. And, you know, a lot of those guys, you know, especially the Locks, like, they still put out new music. And you can still go bump new music from the Locks if you don't like the newer stuff. So it's just like, you know, I think, like, nobody is ever really, especially online, nobody's ever really satisfied with anything for real, especially, like, the older generation. And I think we're also getting to become that older generation. So in my mind, I'm trying to, like, not...
You're trying not to be that person there.
Yeah, I'm trying not. I'm like mentally teaching myself how to not be that person.
It's good to not be the old head, man. It's a mentality thing because you could be whatever age, but as long as you tapped in and you know what's going on, like that's all that really matters.
I refuse to be the old head.
You're not gonna be the old head.
I know I'm not gonna be the old head.
You learned better from like all that stuff.
You said what, Calvin? I'm not unk, bro. I'm 28, bro. I'm not even 30 yet. Do not piss me off. But like Phases Volume 2 was so dope because it was like the creation of it, and you could talk a little bit more about like from your side of it, but like from the On the Radar side of it and what I did on it, it was very natural. Like we knocked out the hosting for Phases, I would say within like an hour and a half. It didn't take very long.
It didn't take long. It was very natural, and I don't know, you did exactly what I thought you would do because I had the whole vision of it of just like, you know what, let's do something different because, of course, we talked about I wanted it to feel like a mixtape more than anything. And it was like, all right, cool, we could go for a bunch of different hosts, but at the end of the day, it's like, why don't we make new legendary moments? Why don't we do something that is more current? Right. That hasn't been done or what that people aren't really doing right now. Yeah. It's like, all right, let's open up this new vault. And it was like, all right, cool. And then you fit that mold like perfectly. Yeah. So it's like, all right, then, but exactly what I told you, I don't know how much more crazier it's gotten, but as soon as that came out, I'm sure there was other artists that hit you up about that.
Yeah, there's a few that I'm working on, but like nothing that's like done yet. But
Yeah,
like
but,
a few that people have hit me-
inquire.
Yeah, a few people have hit me up about it.
So it's like it's dope to see because now that's a whole nother thing that I can't wait to see what that can evolve to.
Yeah.
Of this sector of On the Radar.
Right. You know, I was gonna ask you too, like, because I feel like you and I probably spoke about this. Yo, where's Phases Volume 1?
It's there somewhere. So Phases Volume 1 was something that I did during COVID.
Okay.
And it was so pretty much what I was doing during COVID, I did this thing called Quarantine Flows.
Yep.
And then I was dropping a music video recorded from my phone and everything and edited on my phone and everything while I was in the crib, while everybody was locked in. I was like, let me just drop music videos from my phone every Monday. And I was dropping it for like 10 weeks.
Yeah.
We did 10 episodes and it was like, cool. Everything started going up. So then COVID was still out there. I was like, yo, let's rebrand this whole thing. Just make it something that I can continue. Kind of like what Tory Lanez was doing with he'll get every feature on something, or like what Russ does with the Chomps and all that, like Chomp 1, Chomp 2.
Yep.
So it's like, I was like, I want my own thing of that. Let's rebrand this thing called Phases. Phases Volume 1 was, we did the 10 episodes again. And then this time I was like, yo, let's take the 4 most popular ones. Let's add features onto it. So the features ended up being Osmond Benjamin, Nate Joel, my boy Jay Soldier from Austin, Texas, and Sav the Genius from Yonkers.
Okay.
And I was like, all right, cool. Like, this would be dope. Let's do this. And it was receptive. And it was like a lo-fi rap project. And I never really do those. So I was like, yeah, let's try this out. Did it. And then when I was working on Phases Volume 2, I was like, I want it to be the complete opposite. I want this to feel like I just smacked somebody in the face. And it was a complete opposite of what we were going for. And then I was like, all right, cool. Let's make this more up-tempo. Let's make this more energetic. Let's do all of that. And let's still spit on this thing. Like, we got to rap.
Pause. That was crazy.
Yeah, pause.
That was, oh my God.
Pause.
Crazy, bro. Spit on this thing.
You see,
is crazy,
great friends
bro.
is going to check you when they need to check you.
That was crazy, bro.
Yo, that's like, Joe, this is kind of like the moment with Ferg.
Yo, we gotta spit on this thing.
Yo.
It's out of control.
Is this worse? Nah, the Ferg one was worse, right?
Horrible. What was the first one?
No, Ferg said something crazy.
What did Ferg say?
We'll tell you that one
is
after.
That crazy?
Yeah.
Damn,
we'll tell you
Ferg.
that one after.
Damn, Harlem River Drive.
Yeah.
I hate it had to be you, buddy. Oh my God, he said spit on this. Anyway, okay, keep going. So we had to rap on this thing.
Yeah, we had to rap on this project.
Yep.
So we rapped on this project, and we got my friends on it again, and everybody showed up. We got Nico Brim, Dizzy Bango, Fergie Baby.
Yeah, great lineup.
HD been dope. Who else am I missing? Who else is on? Life of Tom, of course.
I think that's it.
Yeah, and then we got the Deluxe,
Which is coming.
Yeah, it's coming. That's definitely coming. We got Tony E on there. We got TJ Brown on there, and we got some Kai Cash with the Peace record that we just did. And
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so the Peace record is on the Deluxe.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, fire.
100%.
Do I have to do any additional like audio for it? What's up, guys? How y'all doing? How's everybody doing today?
Yeah.
Do I have to do?
We're gonna do something.
I gotta go back to work.
Nah, we're gonna do something simple. Something very
cool.
simple. It ain't gonna be nothing.
The show was like very special too because well, first of all, let me say this, like what's cool about the project itself is that like everybody on the project is someone who I've from the most part close that door. For the most part, is like I've known most of y'all for like pretty much since the beginning. Like Dizzy Banko and Tony were two of the first artists to get interviewed on the radar. Like when I first started, like probably within like the first like 10 interviews.
Yeah.
Obviously, like you and HD came a little bit later on, and Tom and Nico and Kai all came a little bit later on when I was in the newer studio. But I will say, like, it was cool because it was like it didn't feel like there was no pressure. Like it was just kind of like, oh, I know. It's like the same thing, like you said, rapping with your homies. Like this is like just me hosting a project for my friends. Like there was no pressure behind it, which is why I really liked it. And I thought it was a good way for me to kind of like exercise that like tape hosting. Vocal range of mine. And I thought that was really cool. And I will say like that the show for it was really special too. Like I really thoroughly enjoyed like doing that. And there was like, it was crazy because I definitely had heard the song that you and Annalise had put out together. Yeah. But like hearing it live, it made me go, oh, Rob, we have a mic issue. If you could come back and fix it. Oh, wait, no, I think we're good. Just turn the thing. Yep. Yeah, there we go. We're up.
Oh.
No. That's
All right,
'cause-
Rob, I don't know what to do here.
I ain't gonna lie. That's cause you said that line. We really had to spit on it. That was crazy. But while Rob fixes that, Rob, which camera is
I cut cameras right now.
oh, the camera's on me?
No, like it's black.
Oh, it's black? Oh, damn. Damn, man. Yeah, why not? Just let it rock, man.
I mean, the audio still being
Okay, thanks, TSK.
That's like Deluxe, that audio.
Yeah, yep. Anyway, yeah, he's gonna be like, spit on that thing. Anyway, nah, but like I would say, like the it was cool because what's the name of that record with Annalise?
Pieces.
Pieces.
Yeah.
I'd heard it probably once or twice before. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna sit here and be like, oh, man, I've listened to this
Yeah,
a million
yeah.
times. But like, I heard it at the show, and I was like, oh, nah, this is incredible.
Yeah.
Like, and also like, I remember I was watching her perform it at the show, and like, I remember like looking at HD, and in my mind, I'm like, is she lip syncing this? Is this like a background track? And I was like, no, this is like her real voice.
Yeah.
And that blew mine for a second.
Yo,
I was shook. I
Annalise.
was like, what the hell are you doing, bro?
Listen, what camera is this? Oh, yo,
This one.
Annalise Zadian is a superstar, bro. She has an incredible voice, and everybody will understand that very soon. She was actually the first friend I made in this whole industry.
Really?
Yeah, I met her 9 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, because
Where?
So my first project ever was To Be Continued, and
Yep.
it was hosted by DJ Enough. It is not on Spotify, so you will not find it there.
Well, it's not on Apple Music either.
Yeah, good. So, I
wow.
don't like that project, but
Damn.
DJ Enough hosted it.
Okay.
And that was my entry point into this whole industry and stuff. And he used to manage her. And
Oh, he did used to be. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
So that's how he invited me out to a show that she was doing one time, and then that's how we got cool ever since. And that was like 8-9 years ago.
Wow.
And we've been tight ever since. Like that's really the homie. Like that's this.
Such an incredible project. I mean, such an incredible artist.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's funny that she's like the first friend that you ever made in the industry.
Yeah.
I would say like with the deluxe, because when did we put out we put this out
But
June 18th?
Yeah,
So
June.
it's like it's already like almost like what 4 months since we put it out.
Yeah.
So like it is how does the deluxe like I don't know like continue the story that you wanted to tell in Phases Volume 2? I mean I don't know what the deluxe sounds like yet,
Yeah.
aside from the song with Kai.
Yeah.
But like what does like the deluxe look like?
So the deluxe, there's 2 singles out so far from the deluxe. I've been doing this thing where I'll just keep dropping it in real time, I guess you could say.
So like current location and peace.
Yeah, current location and peace. And it was I just wanted it to be, the rest of the records that we worked on, really.
Yeah.
Because Peace was originally supposed to be on the, on the original joint, but we just stripped it down a little bit. And then, I don't know. I guess I wanted to get this whole chapter of how I've been feeling of, this energetic person, this, just pretty much trying to defy whatever the first phases was.
Right. Did you no finish what you're gonna say?
So it was like I just wanted to give everybody that type of, I guess you could say gym music on it, energetic, that type. And just move it on.
Did you expect the cipher to like go as viral as it did? Also,
Okay,
obviously,
all right. So hold on.
'cause of
I
Ferg?
expected it to do well.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was gonna do what it did.
Yeah.
I'm just being completely honest with you. Yeah. I was like, yeah. What did you expect out of that? Because I remember you hit us the day that it was done, and you were like, "Yo, E, I'm not gonna lie, you guys got one right here." And
Did I say that?
Yeah, you texted
Sounds like
me.
something. Sounds like something I would say.
You texted us
I'm
in the
just being
group chat.
honest. I don't remember 90% of the things I say to people.
Yo.
I just kind of say shit and I keep it pushing.
Bro, you texted us in
That's
the group
crazy.
chat the day that it was supposed to come out, and you were just like, "Yo, I'm not gonna lie, E, I got something here." And I'm just like, "Yo, it came out that good? All right, bet." So I can't wait to see
something I would say.
it. So then, I think the reaction to it, like, the reason why I thought it would work is because everybody got their own motion.
Yeah, everybody got their own fan base.
Yeah, everybody got their own thing going on and all that. So it's like, all right, cool. But then it's just the shit that happened to Ferg's was like, I was on the phone with him in real time seeing that shit happen. And I was just like,
Yeah.
yo, what is
happening?
what is happening right now? And we're just all excited because it's like, yo, this is happening.
Yeah.
All of our posts blew up. His
Yeah, skyrocketed.
yeah, it skyrocketed. But then one of my homies from you remember Nova, right?
Of course.
Yeah, Nova hit me up because he's living on the other side of the. He's living in
Okay,
Cali
yeah.
now. He was in a in a coffee shop, and somebody hit him up. I mean, somebody tapped him and was just like, "Yo, do you listen to hip hop?" And he's trying to kind of ignore him in a way, or just like, "Man, like, yes, I listen to hip hop, but like, what?" He's like, "Yo, you know about Iman Nunez and Fergie, baby?" And then he was like, "Nah, I don't. What's going on?" He's like, "Yo, they just dropped this on the radar cipher, and it's insane." And he texted me that. I'm like, "Yo, what the f- is going on right now?"
That is kind of crazy.
And then when we was all in LA a couple months ago,
for BT,
for
yep,
BET,
yeah.
bro, I was getting stopped left and right about that cipher.
Really?
Yes.
That's dope.
I was like, yo, what is like, this is crazy. And then I would go do other interviews with like the homie Armand and stuff. He said there's people from Detroit hitting him up about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's tough.
So I was like, yo, this
shit,
really,
bro. I clearly got to pay attention more because I'd be like, I'd just be in my own world that like when it goes well, ask Calvin, like anything could go viral or anything could just go. Yeah. And then I'll just be like, wait, that did that? You know what I'm saying? And it's that, and that's like, what? Yeah, he got to remind me because that's like I'm like that with everybody. Like it could go viral and I literally won't see it because I literally put my blinders on so I don't want gratification because if I get gratification then I get comfortable. So like if it goes viral I try not to see it.
You're a lot like me, that type of stuff.
Yeah, I don't like gratification.
Yo, I be like, I gotta get used to people complimenting me or something like that. I just be like.
Because if I get too happy, then I get like complacent, and then I just want to. Then I'm like, oh, but I accomplished something today. Yeah. I could go home and play Fortnite. No, I can't do that. So now I bring my PlayStation with me. To the studio.
I'm telling you, bro, it did something.
That's crazy.
Special, and I'm forever grateful for that moment, for you even giving us the platform to do that.
For sure.
Because it was just like, you know, as even going down to like how we looked, the aesthetic of it, and everything. Everybody was curious to see what it was.
Yeah, with the suits.
Yeah.
I didn't get the memo until y'all got there.
I mean, we put you in a suit, so you're good.
Yeah, but I would have worn like a better shirt. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I would have came more prepared. Like instead y'all had me in like this I had the heavy 6-shot shirt on. Yeah. Like with the sweater 6-shot tee. And I was hot. And I'm like, man, they got me in this damn jacket and like bro. I look crazy. I got baggy pants on. It was bad work. But honestly, like out of everybody, right? Obviously Ferg's went the most viral, but like unbiasedly, who did you think like originally would have had like the most viral verse?
The most viral verse unbiasedly? Tony.
Really? Okay.
I thought it was gonna be Tony.
I thought it was gonna be HD.
You did? Yeah. Oh, because of the whole Frank Lucas thing going on with the jacket going like he had the aesthetic with him too.
He had the aesthetic too. I just like I really like HD's verse on that cipher.
Me too.
Like that's like one of my I feel like that's one that they don't talk about enough. Like that verse is so hard. But I see what you're saying about Tony too. I
felt because Joe and I were going back and forth trying to figure out how we wanted the order to be. And we were very specific on how we wanted because we knew that certain Tony needed to set the tone, I guess, because we knew what beat he was doing. Yeah. We had a whole group chat about voting what beats to do and all that, and we all wanted it to be original stuff and make it, you know, highlight the people who were involved with it. So like Tom did one of them, Jesus did another one, and Dizzy did the other one. Yep. So it was really cool to just see the type of love everybody was getting. Like Tony, I thought, Tony, he did one of those things where he kept switching his cadence up after every 4 bars or something like that. And it was just like the reaction, people would go like, yo, Paul Wall's going crazy right now. Like they kept saying all these things. And I'm just like, yo, it's dope to see him get the love that he deserves. Yeah. But I really thought it was going to be Tony. Ferg, I knew something would be special with Ferg's because of the fact that Joe and I were talking about that the day before. He has this thing where you can visualize everything he's saying. And it's too relatable to New York, period. Yeah. So regardless of like, I'm not from Harlem, I'm from Yonkers. People were still wearing BBs at that time too. Yeah. They were wearing it around their neck and all that too. So it's like, I could see these things and it's just like, even somebody who's not from New York, it's like, he's putting you onto game. So it's like he did a very good job at doing that, and on top of that, people are not used to seeing Ferg in that pocket either. Right. So it's like, oh, this is something different. There's a shock value to this. Okay, gotcha. Now that's really where I thought.
I think which by the way, I just shameless plug because I haven't talked about it enough. Like I did the art direction for Ferg's like for the Chewy BBs and Canes.
Absolutely.
For the cover.
Yes, sir.
I actually I forgot. I'm trying to remember. I hope certain people don't see this interview. I was dropping a girl off in the Bronx.
Yes.
Right? Yo, stop laughing, Joe. Don't piss me off, bro. I was dropping a girl off in the Bronx, right? Mm-hmm. And this was back in May, just for any potential people who might see this. This was back in May. So or June. It was June. It was early June. So anyway, I'm dropping a girl off in the Bronx. Mm-hmm. Right. That was like my first, probably shouldn't have been there. But I'm driving home and I call Ferg, right? Oh no, I was dropping a girl off in Harlem. That's why I called Ferg, not the Bronx. Got up. Anyway, I was dropping a girl off in Harlem. I called Ferg and I'm like, yo, Ferg, we got to put this song out. And he's like, oh, I'm already on it. And I'm like, no. You have to do it with me, right? Yeah. Like, you don't have a I'm like, Joe knows. I'm like, nah, bro, this got to be on the radar, Fergie baby, Harlem World type thing. We got to do this together. And I remember he was like, so what you thinking? And I was like, and as I was driving this girl back to Harlem, it all kind of came to me in my head, right? And I'm like, yo, he should be in front of the Apollo. It's got to feel like real Harlem, real New York. I'm like, bro, you got to be in front of the Apollo sign. We got to get the Apollo. I called my designer. I'm like, yo, we have to. I think he had it done himself. He didn't use my designer. And I'm like, yo, you got to put the title of the song and the name and On the Radar Presents, all that on it. Yeah. And then you have to be in front. He's like, what should I wear? I'm like, bro, you got to wear the exact same outfit you wore in the Cypher, and you got to bring a mic with you. You got to make it look like you literally just went from On the Radio, you just copy and pasted it. It's just you're at the Apollo now. And then,
That was smart. Thanks. It was smart because it's it just kept everything going.
And people recognize it. People oh, look, the way he's dressed,
Absolutely.
All that shit, it all kind of mirrored itself and it worked out for Ferg. So
man, I keep telling every time we talk about that record or something, because new opportunities keep coming up from that record. Mm-hmm. And I tell them every time, you better milk this thing until you have something that worked.
Yeah.
Not everybody can have moments that work. Yeah. A lot of people, when the moment's gone, they're fighting to find a new one. Yeah. This one has a lot of life to it still. Yeah. You drop, every time he's dropped something that has to do with this song, it keeps going up. Yeah. As soon as the video came out, what happened? It blew up again. And it was just yo, you have something special here. Don't ignore it. Yeah. Keep dropping whatever you got to do with this song. This is the song.
Yep. Harlem River Drive out now. For sure.
Feel me?
I think, also, I never got to ask you, but, was it weird for you in the time, in the drill era time, seeing, everybody from Yonkers, kind of going viral and whatnot and putting up, probably, I would assume, numbers that you might have not had been reaching at that time?
Nah.
Like Veli. Obviously, Veli's, to most people, considered one of the best on the radar freestyles of all time, right? Well, drill on the radar freestyles, I guess you could say. We're not saying that that was a discouraging moment for you, but was it weird for you at that time? Because you, like you said, you've been in the game for a while, and obviously these are young kids, and of course, free Vels and whatnot. But was it weird for you living through that drill era time and having to deal with the other kids from Yonkers just doing drill music and just automatically clicking and going, I would say more viral than you were at the time
for sure
with it?
Nah, not one bit.
No.
Because something that I always thought about was that things come in waves every single time.
Yeah, for sure.
And one of those things that I always wanted to make sure I was doing was stay true to myself of I make this type of music, it's going to be for somebody. Yeah. Because if I rock with it, there's probably somebody out there's billions of people in this world. There's somebody out there that's gonna rock with it too.
1,000%.
And I always saw that as, if this is what they doing right now and this is dope, and people are rocking with this, then cool, make your money, make whatever you gotta do and all that stuff. I never wanted to be a hater with it or anything like that either. Yeah. So it was I don't know, it never felt weird because I felt no matter what, me being authentically me was always gonna keep me.
Was gonna make it work, yeah.
Yeah.
I respect that. That's real.
Yeah.
I never got to ask you about that. I was thinking about that.
That's a good question though, because a lot of times, people, I'd be curious as well to think how people feel about things, because you start seeing people's real feelings outside of this stuff and all that. But I don't know. I always saw it that way. I felt it was all right. The best thing I can say was for you is for you.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the best way I can say that, because His blessings for him, your blessings for you, bro.
Yeah,
Whatever's in my story, that's what's gonna end up being. I ain't gonna fight that.
Yeah, I always feel bad for Vels because obviously, you know, after that he got sentenced, I think 11, 13 years in prison,
Yeah.
and then like he didn't even like the week that I dropped it, I kept like texting myself in his text message. I was like, Vels is coming out, Vels is coming out, Vels is coming out, and then it just Vels wasn't even outside when it came out. He literally experienced the whole on the radar virality from prison.
Isn't that crazy?
Which I think is like super like sad, and you know, I feel for him, but like I'm happy that like, you know, even before he went away, he was able to get something. You know what I'm saying? Able to capitalize off a moment in whatever way that he could. And,
Absolutely.
You know, I hope like when and if he does come home, he'll be able to find a way to capitalize on it like again.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
And you know, God bless that man and his family, and you know. Yeah, it just is what it is.
It is what it is. So, working on the Deluxe. What else are we working on for the rest of the year? We can't have you do the Christmas cipher again. You've already done it.
Yeah,
but
I
do you
already did
have
it.
recommendations for the Christmas cipher this year?
Yeah, I'll tell you off camera.
Oh, we can't say it on camera?
Nah, because everybody's gonna start being weird, and then they go like, "Oh, well, why wasn't I mentioned or anything like that?"
That's true. I will tell you who I want to. Well, I'll tell you like the couple who I want for the cipher.
All right,
this
you
year.
be that guy and say that on camera. Let's do this. Come on.
No, because like I mean, there's gonna be more people, but like I'm gonna forget. Like obviously, like if you know me as a person and you're watching this, like you know, like I'm really bad with remembering names.
Yeah.
2, I'm really bad with remembering anything, and 3, like you shouldn't take any of this like super duper seriously because I will
Absolutely.
probably change my mind. But we're doing Lord Sko. Sko, he didn't show up last year, right? Huh? Yeah. I'm calling him out. I'm putting that on wax. Sko missed it last year. Bring this year. Life of Tom is well for now. Life of Tom is producing the beat.
We love that.
I don't want to jinx it, and then like Tom like gets like producer block.
No, he there.
No, I'll talk about it. I don't care. So
Yeah, let's do that.
Tom gonna make the beat.
Yeah.
Andre Lawrence is another one that
Fire.
we want. So we got Life of Tom on the beat. Lord Sko, Andre Lawrence. I want to get J1 to do the cipher this year. That'd be super tight.
He would. You know what? I got people. I would say.
Yeah. If I could get Dizzy to rap on the cipher this year, I'll do Diz on the cipher. But Diz got to rap. You know what I'm saying? Because we did Tony last year, I think.
Yeah, Tony was on.
We did Tony last year. I want to get Rome Streets and China Streets on the cipher this year.
Fire.
I think that would be really cool. Who? Oh, Calvin wants Lexa Gates on the Christmas cipher this year. All right, you can say a name or two.
I would say Kai Cash, and I would say
Kai didn't do it, but that's because Kai lives in Atlanta.
Yeah, but he would come for that.
All right, we'll see. I'll believe when I
He
see
would.
it.
He would definitely come for that. He's been coming. I've been seeing him in and out of Atlanta the past couple of weeks because we've been in the studio a lot.
I will hold my breath.
And Annalise.
But she doesn't. I mean, she does rap.
Vina did it with us that one time.
No, Vina did do it, but
She
I
did
will
the
say,
outro,
hold on. But I already kind of have somebody for the outro. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, got it.
But you're gonna like who I have for the outro.
Tell me after.
No, I'll tell you now.
Okay.
Geo Genesis.
Oh, word.
Yeah,
Fire.
yeah.
That's fire.
So depending,
I like that.
So depending, I think I forgot. Me and Gio spoke about it, but I gotta re-talk to him about it. But I was like, either I'm gonna have him sing, or he could rap because he does rap. But
Yeah.
I kind of want him to do like I kind of want him to sing. The
Got a
intro
dope
and
voice.
outro.
I'm curious to hear the beat that y'all gonna do. Well, Tom will probably show me.
Well, yeah, that's
beforehand.
that it also whatever Gio does also kind of hinders on Tom. So Tom, you gotta work quicker than that, buddy, because at this point, Christmas is like 90 days away, and that John is gonna be
Nah,
like,
he on it.
It's gonna be December 1st before it's gonna be Thanksgiving before we know it, and then once Thanksgiving is here, oh boy. Because then I start panicking. And then I'm like, all right, guys, we got to get like 15 to 20 people in this room for this Christmas cipher. And we got to do it quick.
Yeah,
so,
no, I believe he. I'm gonna get on the phone. We talk every day, so I'm gonna. Yeah, I'll put that battery in his
we're
bag,
going to figure it out. And,
Yeah.
and if not, and if Gio doesn't sing and Annalise sings, even better. If not, we save Annalise for next year because, you know, this is like, it's a yearly thing. It's not something that's going to go
I got
away.
a question for you.
Huh?
So let's go back to the Phases show, right?
Mm-hmm.
How was you and Cal's reaction to seeing Styles P come out to that? Because I got to view that way different than everybody else got to see that.
Now that was tough for me because like I always knew that they supported you.
Yeah.
and I seen it like musically, and I seen it like socially, but I never seen it in person.
Yeah.
And I think that was really cool. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
actually having him like show up and kind of like come through the back door and, you know, kind of like just sneak in there and like do his thing, go off, chop it up with people a little bit. Like I got to chop it up with him like for like 2 seconds backstage and then see him leave. I was like, yeah, that's tough.
For me, it was like, because kind of like what you said, like, I'm aware of the relationship I have with the Locks and all that stuff, but like to be able to kind of have that moment to share on stage, it was really cool to see that. And I relate that to I was at a Rhapsody show the other day, and Nico is obviously on tour with Rap.
Yeah.
When she ended the show, she used her ending of the show to uplift Nico. Like she was just talking about he's next up, like he's the one. I'm telling you, like all of this stuff. I'm like, yo, this is so ill. So then it took me back to the show that we had of like Styles going like, yo, he's special, I love you, bro, all that type of stuff. And it's just like, it's cool to kind of see the older generation or like people who's been doing this for a while to actually show love to like people who's been putting in the work and time. And the fact that it's like, you know, a legend from my city of like, yo, cool. And he's actually showing up to even be there for us and all that. And I hope y'all got to talk about the On The Radar too.
Yeah, we did for a little bit.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cause
we're gonna work on it. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen when it's supposed to happen.
I will keep saying that to them too, because we need to see that happen. I think that would be a legendary one.
Yeah, that's gonna be fire, man. I ain't gonna lie. But you know, if you've seen this, I'm waiting on y'all. I don't want to hear. I heard when we booked Styles originally the first time, but then Styles had to go away.
Yeah.
And I heard like a rumor that Jada was like, what, no invite? I don't know if this is true or not. This is just something that people have told me that like, you know, but like, hey bro, the invite's always been there. It's never not been there. You know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
we
like why wouldn't I want the legends to be on the show? But yeah, like for the whole Locks, man, like that I gotta stop cursing in these interviews. That invite's always there though.
We're gonna make it happen. We definitely gonna make it happen.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm grateful to be able to kind of just experience the year that we really had with everything going forward, because even it started off the top of the year dropping, you know, the singles for the project and stuff, and to be able to actually shock a lot of people to see that it was a collaboration tape with, you know, with us and doing what we did, for the Cypher to do what it did, to see people's moments happen, and now to even roll out the deluxe of how it's been. So it's like, man, I don't know, I just can't thank you enough that everything has really been dope.
For sure, my guy. Well, look, I appreciate you as always. Deluxe on the way.
Oh, wait.
Oh, Cal's question.
Yeah,
come on, it's been a while, buddy.
Let's get it.
It's been a while. Come on, buddy. It's been a while. And can you push the light back? You move the mom's lighting out the way, man. So gotta make sure my boy stays lit.
Of course. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Cal's Questions. Come on, look more excited, man. Aman, I've known you for a minute. We've been homies for a few years now. You know, we text, we be giving each other advice.
Yes.
You're also obviously a great rapper with crazy wordplay and
Appreciate
quotables
that.
for days.
Thank you.
What's one quote from a song that you've done both either recently or a long time ago that you've done that's always stuck to you? A quote that's always stuck around you? Yeah.
Stuck to you is kind of crazy, bro.
Stuck with you, you know.
Stuck to you is crazy, bro. Yo,
So-
man, like y'all got no like etiquette in this place.
You know
man.
what it is? I feel like as I get older, I'll stop giving a f. That's what it is.
I'm sorry, Shania. If you're listening to this and you're cleaning this interview, I apologize. Thank you, Shania. Go ahead.
Thank you. So, so pretty much like a bar, like that I really like, you know.
Yeah.
There's something from the last song on the Phases Volume 2 called "Get Off My Back." There's a line I say in there that I said, "Keep it transparent, like your mom just got rid of his breast. Could give a yeah." Like it was like one of those lines, and I thought it was dope because it was just a cool double entendre. That is one of those lines that I knew it would be kind of like a shock value line, but it was also one of those things of like, when you're writing a lot of times, and then there's sometimes that there's these lines that just, you go like, well, how did I think of that? So when I said that line, and every time I've rapped it, I've constantly get comments of going, oh my God, that transparent line is crazy and all that. So yeah, that's probably the one I would say.
Word, man.
That was a good question though.
Great question. Thanks, Cal. Phases Volume 2 Deluxe on the way. Phases Volume 2 out now.
Yes.
New single with Kai Cash and AG out now. What else you got coming up that the people gotta know about before we get out of here?
We dropping new Rosedale.
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 I love some new Rosedale.
Yeah, we dropping some new Rosedale.
You brought some for me
clothing.
today?
Nah, I got it. It's coming. It's coming.
I bought the shirt though.
And I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
I went back-to-back nights. The Friday night I bought the R2R Mo shirt from his show.
Yeah.
Saturday night I bought your shirt from your show.
Yo, that's love, bro.
Yep, for sure.
Shout out to Gabe. Look, we got new Rosedale, New York dropping. We got Phases Volume 2 dropping. And we've been working on some stuff, me and the guys. Everybody from the Cypher, we've been working on a couple things, and y'all gonna find out soon. But yeah, appreciate y'all.
Well, there you have it. Well, make sure you go follow him. Go check out everything he has out now. Go check out Phases Volume 2.
Yes, sir.
Deluxe on the way. Until then, make sure you go show him some love. Go show him some support. Love Street Sports Street. But I renew that till next time. Iman Nunez on the radar. We out.
Yes, sir.